Today is Sunday, and I thought I'd start the day off with another mask since I haven't been using it for like a month. So I've put that on first, and afterwards I'm gonna take a shower. But I feel better. I think I feel a little better. My throat is still sore, and I think I slept for almost 12 hours straight, like 11 hours. So that was really, really good. Still a little tired, but I think the worst has passed, but we'll see. Fingers crossed. I'm gonna do some journaling while I wait to finish this mask, and then it's time to get ready for the day. By the way, I always start my day with tea and a lot of water, never with coffee. So I usually wait around an hour, sometimes 45 minutes, until I get coffee after I wake up, so that you don't immediately have like that hit of caffeine and you can start the day off a little bit more calm, a little bit more soft. And it actually has a lot of benefits. So if you are someone who struggles with like anxiety, that might be something that you could try. So I just looked up the actual data that supports what I just said about drinking tea in the morning and not coffee. So waiting with coffee is better for your nervous system because your cortisol is already high in the morning. When you wake up, your body naturally releases cortisol, which is your alertness hormone, and that starts peaking within the first 30 to 60 minutes after you wake up. So if you drink coffee immediately, you stack your caffeine on top of your already high cortisol, and that can overstimulate your nervous system, especially if you're already prone to anxiety and hypervigilance, which is what I am. So it is better to wait and let your natural cortisol levels and your natural wake up cycle do its job first before you drink caffeine. So yeah, basically if you are anxious in the morning or you are prone to being anxious in the morning, this might actually help. Also, this, like the app that comes with my face mask, is the only thing I open in the morning. Nothing else. I do not use my phone in the first hour after waking up, which I've also found has really, really helped me with my anxiety. This channel on YouTube, his name is Malta Martin. He has the most calming music ever. So I usually just pop on one of his videos. This one is all about nervous system, coincidentally. I'm just gonna pop that on and I'm gonna cast that to the TV. Let's see, it is so nice. So for breakfast, I thought I would make chia pudding, so with chia seeds, along with kefir. And kefir is actually really, really good for your gut. Same with chia seeds. So I thought I'd try this recipe. And we're going to start with making the chia pudding first, and then we're going to stack that later on with some other goodies. So naturally, I forgot to press record while I put all of this inside the cup. So what I did is I added kefir to the measuring cup. I added the chia seeds, and then I also added some bourbon vanilla powder to just give it a little bit more of a flavor. And I'm just going to stir all of this and then put it in the fridge so it can cool and kind of become like a pudding. All right, and now that it's in the fridge, we have to wait for 2 hours. Oh my God. Okay, I don't know if I have time for that. It's actually almost 11 a.m. So let's see. I'm gonna just put it in the fridge, maybe come back in a few minutes, just stir it one more time. And to be really honest with you, the thought of taking this much time to prepare breakfast really, really stresses me out. It usually only took me like 5 minutes. I was always someone who just wanted like a quick breakfast, but I didn't really want to spend much time on it because I was so busy with work. And for me, it always felt like distraction from what I should be focusing on. So, me taking the time now to really make some breakfast, that actually feels really uncomfortable because it takes so much time. So, that is something to work on now that I have more time. But I also understand, of course, that you don't have this time. So I will check if this is nice. And if the recipe succeeds, I will check if we can do it in a like meal prepping way where it doesn't take that much time in the mornings. I am also defrosting these raspberries so I can turn them into a raspberry jam on top of my chia pudding. So cozy Sunday obviously means cozy outfit and no makeup. Yay! So I thought, since I'm still a little bit sick, I want to spend today recovering, doing nothing, just resting. And I'm finding that I am bored already. It is now 11:50, so almost noon, and I'm bored out of my mind. I just cannot sit still. So I looked it up actually, if that has something to do with a dysregulated nervous system. And what do you know? It does, of course. Here's what's happening. When you've been in long term fight or flight, your body gets used to doing, thinking, planning, optimizing, and being productive. Stillness feels unfamiliar, and what's unfamiliar feels unsafe to the nervous system. So when you try to rest, your system might interpret this as we're not scanning, we're not working, we're not controlling, something must be wrong. And that creates anxiety or restlessness. That is literally what I'm feeling right now. I feel like I should be doing something. So I'm still trying to be productive while also not being productive. If that makes sense. Like I'm doing laundry, I'm cleaning the kitchen, but I also don't want to overdo it because I am resting, but I am restlessly resting, if that makes sense. So what it says here, a practical tip for today, by the way, this is in ChatGPT. A practical tip for today, instead of I'm doing nothing, say I'm actively regulating. So like an affirmation, I'm guessing. Let's see. It says, put on a calm show, make tea, lie down, no phone scrolling, no optimizing. Yeah, see, that is the problem. I do not want to watch a calm show. I don't want to do anything like TV relating because I don't feel like that is helping me regulate my nervous system. So instead of saying to myself, I'm doing nothing, say I'm actively regulating. Okay, let's see how I can regulate actively. Okay, so since I am no longer allowed to watch Netflix all day, I thought I would deal with this travesty here. So, this and this, these are my necklaces that I wear every single day. However, someone informed me that in Cape Town, they will literally just grab your necklace off of your neck. So, while I was on the go, I thought it would be a great idea to remove them from my neck, put them in my bag, and just deal with them later. And this is the result. So I thought I would tackle this and see how I can literally make myself infuriated. Let's see how this goes. Yeah, no, this is a lost cause. Babe, can can you help me with this? True love. Desperate times. I am making a lot of progress. At least they are now no longer intertwined. At last, victory is mine. Woo! If you ever need an activity to slow down, to rest, I would suggest just throw your necklaces, your favorite necklaces, in a bag, just shake them out, and then start your activity off entangling them. 10 out of 10. Would not recommend. My chia pudding, on the other hand, is pudding. I think it is almost ready to consume. Yay. So I'm very, very hungry. So these are the raspberries, and I'm just gonna squash them with a little fork until they're a nice jam. So because they're frozen, I feel like they are quite sour. So I'm going to add some raw honey to make them a little sweeter. Okay, maybe I need to put it in the microwave for like a few seconds. I'm just gonna put it on 20 seconds. All right, that looks better. Yes. So 20 seconds in the microwave. Okay, I think it is time to start making the pudding. Okay, so this is the first layer. Now we're gonna add some yogurt. Now let's add a final layer of raspberries. Now let's put in some granola. Oh my god, this looks so cute. You know what? Let's also add some coconut. Oh, damn it. Well, there goes the aesthetic. Adorable. Double dose of this, please. Mm, that's good. Oh, how I wish I was as calm and regulated as you are. Oh, did you guys know that cats are supposedly the most chill animals on the planet? Can you tell? Yes. Yes, you are. I mean, just look at them chill. Not a worry in the sky. The only thing on their mind is when will be my next snack. And it will be soon.